at it again, back at it again. Can't stop, won't stop. Zone 9 life. Hey, thanks again for tuning in with your boy, man. Coach J, Motivated Moments. Stay tuned, let me show you what I have up my sleeves today. Appreciate y'all. Let's get it. All right, real quick, long locals. Let's take a look at the garden area. Potatoes still jumping. I don't know if you see that down there. You see it? You see it? You see it. The carrot, it's showing itself, so it's about time to pull some of these carrots, tomatoes. Just added this over here. Some peppers, tomatoes here, herbs here, scallions here, grapevine. But let's walk this yard, guys, before I show you what I got up my sleeves today. We'll talk about some fungicides today. Look at that, zoysia spot, almost in to the point where you can't even tell something was there. Okay, all because of the runoff from this house. Pound, 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 pound. This area. Okay, but let's walk the yard, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much. We're gonna talk about these fungicides today. Fungicides and their correlation with the mycorrhizal fungi. Okay, guys. I've been explaining to y'all and telling y'all that I've been steering away from certain fungicides when I'm going down with mycorrhizal fungi, because certain fungicides harm the fungi. Okay, we'll briefly go over that, the importance of rotation as well. Here, one of my fungal and stress spots right here where water sits. I sprayed it already. Starting to clear up a little bit, but I'm spraying something else in the day after tomorrow. A soil version. Okay, last week, or a few days ago, was actually a foliar version. Fungicide, you might be able to see some of the white fuzz on the blade still, even from that Mycorrhizal. I don't know if you can tell. This white fuzzy stuff. It's actually green. The Mycorrhizal stuff is light green. Okay, another fungicide spot that I hit. Cleared up some. I'm gonna have to keep hitting it, man. Gotta keep hitting it every 7 to 10 or 14 to 21 days. All depends on the fungicide, and it all depends on the disease you're trying to hit. And here was that other strip right here that cleared up tremendously. I can tell. Okay, it was really bad in this area right here before. Like I see, it's clearing up some, but obviously still lesions there, guys. There's still lesions on the grass blade. She's looking real shaggy and Scooby right now, but I don't mind, man. End of June. End of June. Shaggy and Scooby over here. End of June. Let's take it out. She's doing well. She's doing well. My last cut, I did use the striper. I still use it. I may stop July. Okay, fungal spot here yet again that I've been trying to tighten up on. A lot of rain here, so I don't think anyone has been running sprinklers because it's been raining like every day here. Okay, but I hit it, guys, and it's trying to clear up somewhat, even though you still see those lesions in there. Okay, looks like a little melting out or something. Okay, that's it. It's the yard. Ooh, me, bed love, bed love. Okay, bed's still doing okay. Okay, got my owl there. I rotate those every couple days, my owls. You know, try to keep the pheasants away, rodents away. Okay, back to my low cut area that needs a cut again. Okay, it's kept it 2 inches back here. Kept it 2 inches back here. All right, and this area has less fungus than the other parts of the area. cut at 2 inches, it's able to breathe better. That's exactly why it's able to breathe better. 2 inches kept here, 4 inches kept cut of height out there. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's have a little conversation about these fungicides. And it's the only way I can keep the fungus out of my yard, man, is using all these different fungicides and keeping up a good rotation. Woo. Hanging in there, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. And thumbs up, man. Spread the word. Let everybody know somebody's maintaining a cool season yard in a warm season zone. Doing what you're not supposed to do. That's what I do. All right, Lawn Locals. Yet again, I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Thanks again for your time. Now today, guys, we're gonna have a little quick conversation. Try to make it quick. I know I can get long-winded. A quick conversation about fungicide and how it affects mycorrhizal fungi and the importance of rotating your fungicides. Okay. Now, for one, okay. Now, fungicides. I'll lead in with this. Fungicides. Okay. They will and do harm mycorrhizal fungi, but they do not completely kill off mycorrhizal fungi. Okay. What they do, okay, they inhibit, okay, they inhibit the mycorrhizal fungi from attaching to the grass plant or to the root of whatever plant. Fungicides inhibit the mycorrhizal fungi from hyphaeing or attaching to the grass plant. Okay, briefly. Now, what that mycorrhizal fungi does, it's those extra branches and hairs, thousands and millions and channels and interstates that attach to the grass plant, and then they branch out into the soil to help retain and gather all of those nutrients. So it's just an assistance to your roots. Okay. Now, the fungicides that do harm or inhibit the mycorrhizal fungi from the inoculants from hyphaeing into your grass plant are only the systemic fungicides and the fungicides that you basically put into the soil. Okay, so listen to me. Okay, fungicides won't completely kill mycorrhizal fungi. They inhibit them from hyphaeing to your grass plant. It inhibits them from the ability to retain the extra water and nutrients from your grass plant. But the only fungicides that do that are the systemic fungicides, mainly the systemic fungicides you put into the soil. Okay, so if you're worried about harming your mycorrhizal fungi like I am, okay, for the past 2 or 3 months, I did not go down with any systemic fungicides, and all of my fungicide treatments were foliarly. Okay, listen to me, guys. If you are pumping mycorrhizal fungi into your soil and you need to put fungicides down, just go down with your fungicides foliarly. Okay, and I use a yucca, an all-natural adjuvant, to help all that stuff absorb and suck into the plant through the foliage. Okay, so if you worry about your mycorrhizal fungi, guys, only use your fungicides foliarly. Do not put down fungicides that you want to work systemically through the root zone and water it in. You do not want to do that, because if you do that, okay, you need a buffer. You need at least 2 to 3 weeks before or after you intend on putting down mycorrhizal fungi, or 2 to 3 weeks after you put down mycorrhizal fungi. Because if you do, if that mycorrhizal fungi senses, okay, or tries to hyphae and taste, there's fungicide in that root of that grass plant, I will not hyphae. I do not want to attach to that plant because it might harm me. Okay, they will not hyphae and attach to your plant, so therefore you're not getting the benefits out of that fungi. Yes, it's eating and breaking things down into the soil, but you're not getting that extra retention from water and nutrients from that mycorrhizal fungi, because it's not attached to your grass plant. Okay, so just use foliar versions, foliar versions, foliar versions. Okay. All right, now moving on to that. Since for those of you that have been following me for the last, I don't know, 3 months, maybe even 4, okay, I have not used propiconazole, soxystrobin, or thiophanate methyl through the roots. Those are systemic fungicides that work through the roots. And I have this bag here just to show you. Okay, this Disease X, okay, the active ingredient in this is azoxystrobin. This is the only granular that I use because during the winter months, I put this down every month at the preventative rate before I start pumping down my mycorrhizal fungi. Okay, now if you see, okay, right here, it works systemically, okay, through what? Through the root. Systemic control formula. See how the granulars, I hope you can see that. You see it? You see it? You see it. The granulars hit the soil, they're watered in, and it works systemically through the plant. But if there's fungicide or fungus in that root zone of that plant, the mycorrhizal fungi won't hyphae. They don't want to hyphae to that because they don't want to harm themselves. But if there is no systemic fungicide present in the root zone of the grass plant, the fungi are going to hyphae, they're going to expand, they're going to reproduce, they're going to spread, and they're going to do what they do best. Okay? So for months, I have not used, still have a leftover bag. Okay? So for months, I have not used the Disease X, Zoxy, propiconazole, or thiophanate methyl. Okay? Alright? So now, leading into this. So what I used last, okay? Let's, fly, okay? Let's say my last, my first treatment after I was done focusing on the mycorrhizal fungi. And the reason why I was pumping all that mycorrhizal fungi into my soil, into the grass plants and my roots, was to prepare for now, was to prepare for the hot summer months, the stress. And I said that in my videos, January, March, February, I start preparing for summer then. Don't wait till now to prepare for summer. It's too late. Can't wait till summer to prepare for summer. Okay? Starting your winter months preparing for summer. Okay? So, alright. Long story short, was not putting down any systemic fungicides. Alright, so check out my rotation. I'll briefly go over my rotation. Oops. Flies getting in my mouth. Excuse me. Zone 9 life. Okay. Alright, so I noticed, obviously, fescue in Florida, a lot of fungal pressure, okay? So I went down with the propiconazole azoxy mix, okay? Just about everyone's favorite out there, okay? But some people don't rotate this enough. They use this for years upon years and years and years and wonder why you're getting outbreaks now. You have to rotate, okay? So check out my rotation. So I started out with this. I used this. I went down with propiconazole at a curative rate. Then I went down with azoxy at a preventative rate. Okay? Then, all right, and I went down, even with that, I went down foliarly. But they're still systemic, but it still works through the foliage. I went down foliarly. Okay? All right? Now, next time I used fungicide. Okay, put it down with Soil Love. Okay, put it down in the soil. Then I went with, this time I went with azoxy. Okay, I hope you can see that. Azoxystrobin at the curative rate. Okay, at a curative rate. Then I went down with a mid-grade rate of this Mancozeb. It's Mancozeb. And this Mancozeb is an M3 multi-site. Okay? And before I get ahead of myself, that propiconazole is 3. Storm. The azoxystrobin is 11. So I went from 3, 11. Okay? Azoxystrobin 11. Now I'm combining an 11 and then a multi-site. Okay? Okay? When you add a multi-site with the fungicide, guys, you're just trying to eliminate fungicide tolerance. That's all you're doing, okay? You're building up I feel drops. Tolerance and resistance. We may have to conclude at a later time, but I'm gonna continue. Okay, M3 azoxy. Okay. All right. So now I use azoxy for at a preventative and a curative rate. Right, 2 times in a row. It's gone. It's out of sight, out of mind. I'm not thinking about that propiconazole azoxy anymore. Okay. I done moved on to the Mycorrhizal, right? Okay, 3.2 ounces per 1,000 is what I get out of these water-soluble bags. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going down, which is this week's soil love. Through the soil, I'm going down with this again. Okay. Mycorrhizal. All right. But I'm introducing something different. Okay. My clearies, my thiophanate methyl, which is a group 1. Okay. Now, when I try to rotate or switch from groups to group, I try to incorporate a multi-site in between my switch, in between my rotation, so I can encourage the least resistance. Okay. I don't want the fungicides building up a resistance to my fungicides. Okay, so I went from a 311, the 11, and the M3 multi-site mix. Now I'm going with the multi-site mix second time, thiophanate methyl first time. Okay, curative rate. I used this twice in a row, huh? Won't see that anymore for a good little while. Okay, all right. Now I'm on thiophanate methyl. I'm on thiophanate methyl for the second time. Okay. All right. Now, before I switch to my next group, I want to incorporate another multi-site. And what I incorporate next will be this. Is a M1. This is a M1 copper. And multi-site, guys, means contact or through systemically through the root or foliage, but contact or systemic. Okay. Now, thiophanate methyl at the curative rate, 6 ounces per 1,000. And then introduce this multi-site M1 copper. This is a copper soap. Multi-site. Okay, systemic or contact. Multi-site. Okay, and this I'll go down at the minimum rate because multi-site minimum. I always go down with my yucca. Okay, which will also help root penetration for the fungicide as well as foliarly. Okay, yucca, good natural adjuvant that I use in all my feedings. Okay, so went down with that twice, introduced this once, huh? So now that's out of the rotation now. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Pay attention now. Watch me now. Watch me now. See where I'm going with this? All right, now I'm done with that thiophanate methyl. Also, while I'm here on it, I just found a wettable powder version of that thiophanate methyl, guys, like third of the cost. But that's a different video. This is like $70, same amount. This was like $40. Yeah, something ridiculous. But that's another video. But anyway, the thiophanate methyl is out of the picture. Now, second time I'm going down with this yet again. Okay, the copper M1 multi-site. And now, because I'm getting into June, I'm gonna incorporate my Pythium fighter. Okay, now I'm going down with the preventative rate of this mefenoxam, which is a group 4. Okay, now I'm at group 4. Okay, now I'm at group 4. Okay, copper, use this twice. Now this is out of the rotation. Okay, now I'm with a group 4. Okay, but mind you, guys, mind you, okay, mind you, every foliar application, I go down with either a P7, a group P7, or a group unknown 33, which is called this phosphate, phosphoric acid. Okay, this phyte 0026. This too, guys, in certain people's rotation serves as a fungicide. This, I use it as a fungicide, but mainly as stress tolerance. 0026, fight. I have a video out there. Fight and keep fighting. Every foliar application, I go down with fight. So that means every foliar application, I am spiking in a group 7, a group P7, or a group 33 unknown fungicide. This phosphoric acid, depending on which chart or who you're going off. But I've seen it in P7 and Group 33 unknown. That fight. Okay, that fight. All right. Now, okay, mefanoxam. Okay, so we don't clear it out. We don't clear it out the copper. Mefanoxam. Now, mefanoxam for the second time, and we already went down with a multi-site, right? So before I go down with another group or a different group, I'm adding in another multi-site. Okay, I went from copper multi-site to the group 4. Now I'm going with an M5. Okay, this is Big Dad. This is an M5. Okay, M5 Daconil or chlorothalonil. M5 wettable powders too, guys. Stop paying for water. I'm trying to find everything in powder version. But this is chlorothalonil M5. Okay, so now I'll go down with mefanoxam group 4 combined with the M5 multi-site. Okay, discouraging that tolerance or that resistance. Multi-sites alone do it, but if you're mixing multi-sites and other groups in between other groups, okay, you're not getting that resistance built up. Okay, now mefanoxam twice. Now that one's out of the rotation. Okay, y'all see where I'm going with this? All right, now I'm back to chlorothalonil. I used it once with the mefanoxam. Okay, now I can either use it alone by itself because it's a multi-site, but knowing me, the True Long Loco, I always spike it with another one. Okay, and now unfortunately I'm back to where? Chlorothalonil. Boom. Chlorothalonil. Now I'm back to what? Back to the beginning, back to propiconazole. About 7 groups later, I'm back to propiconazole. Okay, guys. So you see that? You understand that rotation? It's important, guys. It's important to start to drizzle and rain. But I'm a True Long Loco. We're gonna try to finish this thing out. Okay. But it's important, guys, to rotate. Okay. You're like, Coach J, why so much? Why? Guys, hear me out. Some of y'all only have 2 months in the fall, 2 months in the spring, or that spring-summer transition to worry about this, right? Well, first of all, I have a cool season yard in Florida, so I'm growing for 12 months out of the year, mind you, 12 months out of the year, and probably have, I would say, 10 of those months I endure terrible amounts of fungal pressure just by having a cool season yard in Florida. Some of y'all I don't think y'all understand, man. If you know, you know. But I don't think y'all understand, man, the troubles of having, we'll slide it right in the garage. That's why I put it on them wheels. See, that boy think ahead. That boy think ahead. That's why I put that shit on wheels in case that rain come. This Florida, it rain all day, every day down this itch. Okay, and I'm battling rain, rainy conditions. It's hot and humid. I have a cool season yard in Florida. I'm fighting disease pressure, guys, all year round. Okay, all year round I'm fighting disease pressure. Okay, and read these labels, guys. They say on the label, you're supposed to put these products out minimum of 7, they say 7 to 10, 14, 21 days before the disease pops up. I can't tell you when it's gonna pop up. I can give you a general time frame of when it pops up in Virginia because we're going through that spring summer transition, yada yada yada, summer fall transition, yada yada yada. But here in Florida, my schedule is jacked up. It's a little different. You understand what I'm saying? Because they say go down with a preventative rate every month. Okay, so that's 12 months out of the year. So there's no way in heck I can just use, let's just say everybody's favorite, there's no way in heck I can just use Azoxy and propiconazole for an entire year. Ain't no way in hell. There's no way. And I put it down preventatively, and then I want to cure something, and I go down with a heavier rate, and I still want to use azoxy and prop or something. No, I have to rotate. That's why I rotate it like I do. When I introduce the new one, I use it at the preventative rate. Then while it's checking out, or while I'm clearing it out, I'll use it at the curative rate, okay? Which balances out to like a 3/4 rate each trip. If you understand what I'm saying? But a lot of the times for my preventative rates, guys, I can go down with the minimum. Like right now, I'm just in fungal pressure heaven right now because I have a cool season yard in Florida, okay? And it's June, okay? But normally, guys, I can just go down with my minimum preventative rates of these products, same rotations, just put them down at the minimum preventative rate and go about my business. Because I use that yucca, that all natural adjuvant, man, that adjuvant, man, yucca. It's a surfactant, water penetrant, okay, all in one, man, okay. But that's it, man. I just wanted to stress the importance of fungal or fungicide rotation, and also wanted to give that information on your mycorrhizal fungi. You will not harm the fungi. They just won't attach to your grass plant and won't give you the benefits that they're designed to do. They won't do that, but you really won't harm them and kill them off that much. You know what I mean? You're not pumping that much fungicide in the soil to completely get rid of them. But you will harm some, and they will not hyphae or attach to your grass plant. And guys, you got to stay on rotation, man. Like, staying on my rotation is fighting all this stuff that I'm fighting, man. This cool season yard in Florida, man. June, okay? Man, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, man, but I'm so glad I got rid of that bluegrass. So glad I said F that bluegrass. Because this fescue is getting stronger and stronger. Each year, guys, it's going to get stronger and stronger as long as I keep introducing these new cultivars. All right, man, but I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. Fungicide, fungicide, fungicide. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Just like your cut patterns, guys. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Hey, man, appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. Thanks again for your time. God bless. Peace.